you so much for the warm welcome. I am so honored and thrilled to be a part of the 2021 Reservation Economics Summit. You all embody hope for our future and a more equitable economy that drives forward our global competitiveness. Thank you to the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development's President, Chris James, for inviting me to be here. Chris was my colleague when I was served at the SBA previously during the Obama administration, and he's a tireless advocate for America's entrepreneurs. He's always been such an effective leader on all efforts to lift up American Indian, Alaska Native, and the Native Hawaiian entrepreneurs. So it's great to see him putting his formidable energy to work here with NCAID. I'd also like to thank Derek Watchman, NCAID's board chair, for his trailblazing leadership. I've learned that Derek got his start at this first res in 1986, as he described, and today he continues to build on his remarkable career as a leader in tribal economic development for the Navajo Nation and all of Indian country. And I am more hopeful knowing that here with us today are future leaders of American Indian enterprise who will follow in Derek's impressive path. It was more than a year ago when we were all together here for RES 2020. Back then, I was the director of the Office of Small Business Advocate for the state of California. The first outbreaks of COVID-19 were just being reported. We had no idea that masks and social distancing were within days of becoming integral parts of our lives. And today, here we are on a path to recovery, reimagining our future economy so we can effectively put an end to COVID-19 and build back better from this once-in-a-generation pandemic. After 17 plus months of limits on social gathering, it's amazing to be here together in person. I have been traveling across the country in recent weeks, talking with small business owners to find out what they need from the SBA to help them get to the other side of the economic crisis. I have heard optimism. Main streets, business centers, and communities are opening back up thanks to the American Rescue Plan's successes fighting COVID and getting shots in arms. With Native Americans leading the way, I want to thank the incredible healthcare workers and community outreach volunteers in Indian country who have worked so hard to make that happen. They refused to back down to a virus that ravaged tribal communities. They are the true heroes and have paved the path we stand on now with hope for economic recovery. We are starting to put this virus in retreat, but we also have a long way to go. And I know that across tribal nations, small businesses are still in dire need of relief. Underserved entrepreneurs across America, the smallest of the small, in urban and rural and tribal areas, businesses owned by women and people of color, all of them struggle to access early rounds of federal relief to stay afloat during the pandemic. Through no fault of their own, they were left to pick up the pieces and pivot and adapt to a marketplace that changed in ways no one ever could have imagined. Together with my team at the SBA, I'm committed to turning that around and breaking down historic barriers to capital and opportunity. We continue to deliver billions of dollars in COVID relief, and we're focused on getting that funding into the hands of the underserved small businesses who need it the most. I'm proud to say that in 2021, 96% of our PPP loans went to our smallest businesses, 20 employees or less, with strong performance in rural and LMI communities. And $18 billion of the $28.6 billion Restaurant Revitalization Fund went to small businesses owned by women, veterans, and socially or economically disadvantaged individuals, including more than 1,000 Native-owned businesses. As the voice for America's 30 million small businesses and innovative startups, I'm working to bridge the gaps to support all of our nation's small businesses and make them feel like the giants that they are in our economy. I've directed my staff to be as entrepreneurial as the entrepreneurs we serve and put our customers, America's small businesses, first. We need to understand their needs and meet them where they are instead of waiting for them to come to us. And we need to be technology forward, especially with the commitment in President Biden's Build Back Better agenda to deliver broadband to every household. We need to leverage the fact that small businesses adopted technology at high rates during the pandemic, streamline, automate for speed and efficiency so we can meet this moment, but also do it with effective outreach so that we can meet communities who don't yet have the technology or broadband available. For American Indian, Alaska Native, and Native Hawaiian entrepreneurs, that also means establishing a strong nation-to-nation relationship with every tribe that seeks to engage with the federal government. At the SBA, we're committed to making tribal consultation an important component of broader tribal outreach and engagement, while creating opportunities for meaningful input. At the same time, though, we must anticipate the resource limitations and communication challenges that are endemic across Indian country, and work creatively to overcome those barriers with all of your help and collaboration. As President Biden said in his first week in office, history demonstrates that we best serve Native American people when tribal governments are empowered to lead their communities, and when federal officials speak with and listen to tribal leaders in formulating federal policy that affects tribal nations. As part of that effort, President Biden asked Interior Secretary Deb Haaland and Domestic Policy Advisor Susan Rice to bring back the White House Council on Native American Affairs. Yes, that's our round of applause. And I'm truly proud to serve on this important council and help lead efforts on the Economic Development, Energy, and Infrastructure Committee. We're also bringing back our Council on Underserved Communities at the SBA to bring in diverse stakeholders from across the country, including Indian country, to help us strengthen and improve our strategies to help underserved small businesses. Supporting Native-owned businesses is vital to our shared economic future. And that begins with addressing the systemic inequities that continue to plague Indigenous peoples. And I am committed to ensuring that all of our programs and services help all of our small businesses gain access to capital, to markets, the revenue side of the equation, and networks they need to start and grow. For small businesses, connection to and awareness of resources is critical, as we've learned during the pandemic. This is a priority for President Biden, who directed me to develop new ways to effectively raise awareness about the wide range of SBA's resources that are available to small businesses. This effort will counter the struggles so many underserved businesses faced accessing critical relief during early times in the pandemic. And to that end, we recently announced our Community Navigator pilot program. It's a funding opportunity with $100 million in grants through the American Rescue Plan to create a hub and spoke type model of trusted organizations, local governments, and tribal entities who can leverage their relationships, all your direct access to underserved small businesses, Native-owned businesses, to help them navigate our resources at all stages of the growth of those businesses. While access to capital is important, we're also working to help our underserved small businesses reach new markets, the revenue side of the equation, and ultimately access opportunities to grow and hire and build wealth in communities. Through SBA's contracting programs, we're working to help the 100,000 Native-owned businesses in the U.S. And let's get that to grow and get ready to do business with the world's largest customer, the federal government. Right now, there are 4,000 Native entrepreneurs engaged in federal procurement, and we aim to bring that number up. Kudos to you who are engaged already. But that number definitely needs to bring up. That's our commitment. We want to strengthen our business development programs, such as the 8A program, which is so vital, and HubZone. And as you know, all of Indian country is HubZone certified. We're also expanding our 7J program funding in the President's budget. That helps organizations such as NCAID conduct their popular Native Edge trainings. We want to see more Native entrepreneurs create the growth and success, for example, that Jordan Beard, he's a member of the Cherokee Nation, that he achieved with his company, All Electric Supply. After All Electric was certified as an 8A company in August 2020, Jordan created a whole new division to support federal contracting. He went on to establish a mentor-protege relationship with a larger company that allowed him to branch out into the energy conservation measures market. Impressive. This led to a joint venture and continued growth for his company. While the pandemic did take its toll on Jordan's business, he has relied on PPP loans, forgivable loans, to carry him through, and today he's ready to participate in the reimagining of our future economy. As we pivot to recovery, the bipartisan infrastructure framework and President Biden's Build Back Better agenda both promise to bring unprecedented investments in infrastructure, innovation, R&D, manufacturing, and supply chains, as well as the workforce and the care economy, which we know are so critical to small businesses, with the Biden-Harris administration's all-of-government effort to grow federal contracting with small disadvantaged businesses by 50%. We know that we can help Native-owned small businesses tap into those opportunities that lie ahead from this important investment. Our Native entrepreneurs need to be part of building our economy back better. Our world is facing unprecedented challenges. The traditional knowledge of indigenous cultures, as well as combined with the ingenuity, grit, and determination that continues to sustain tribal communities, are invaluable tools to help us create the solutions that we need today. Together, we can leverage this unprecedented moment and attention on small businesses to transform the SBA to give every small business or startup the tools they need to innovate, build, and adapt. It is up to us in government to lead the way on these important programs at the SBA. We need to support the entrepreneurial spirit and all of the great ideas from everywhere and anywhere so that we can create equitable pathways to the American dream of business ownership for all, especially our Native-owned businesses. Our shared future depends on it. I look forward to working with all of you as we bring businesses back, create jobs, and build an equitable economy that works for all of us. So thank you so much for inviting me today. I look forward to our partnership into the future.